It was an offensive explosion last night. The A's belted out a season-high 14 runs on 15 hits. But even better, they swept a two-game set against the Angels and now find themselves at the top of the AL West. Tonight, the Minnesota Twins arrive at the Coliseum, having snapped a 9-game losing streak last night in Seattle. Minnesota's struggles are not something the Twin Cities have been used to, as they have been one of the more successful teams over the past decade. The green and gold look to stay hot. Stay tuned. The homestand continues. A's Twins next. Wednesday night baseball from the Coliseum, and hey, no rain delay tonight. Nice blue skies, and it's going to be a nice night for baseball. Brandon McCarthy is going to try to get that elusive second win of the year as he takes on the Minnesota Twins. Another short series, a two-gamer. It's the Twins and the Athletics coming up on Comcast Sportsnet California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's baseball, along with Ray Fosse. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, we saw the Minnesota Twins in Minnesota a little bit earlier this year, and Ray, they're the talk of baseball right now for all the wrong reasons. It's amazing. A team that won 94 games last year, they're playing so poorly this year.
You know, they made a lot of changes from last year, the bullpen and, of course, the lineup from up the middle defensively. But look at last year compared to this year. Not very good, but a couple of guys missing in Joe Mauer and Jim Thome. Those two big bats out of line, but still, they're doing some things that you would not expect a Ron Gardenhire team to do, or not doing, basically, because they're not hitting at all. But the A's have to take advantage of that. They won 2 of 3 at Target Field to start the season. Their home opener for the Twins, but they just have to take advantage of a team that's not playing well, not think that it's going to be an easy task, especially the way the A's won the last 2 ball games.
And last night, of course, as Ray said, a big offensive output, season high in runs and hits for the Athletics.
You know, it was great offense to come back after the Monday night game, but Mark Ellis started 5 doubles hit last night. This one was almost a home run, but the A's just kept scoring. The only concern early was the rain going to come down so hard they would call it, similar to what happened with Gio Gonzalez last Wednesday in Texas. That was not the case. The A's just kept hitting and hitting and hitting, and that was a beautiful sight to see, because the A's this year offensively has not done a great job, so it's great to see the offensive support for Gio Gonzalez and the pitching staff.
So the A's will start tonight's game tied for first place. We'll keep an eye on the Rangers score as well. So we got Wednesday night baseball from the Coliseum. It's Justin Morneau and the Twins against David DeJesus and the Athletics. Lineups and first pitch when we come back.
California is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Lineup cards being exchanged at home plate. And as I look out to right field, Ray, there's actually some shadows. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
So
great.
Sunshine today in the Bay Area and blue skies overhead. So it's going to be a cool night, but a nice night for baseball. And after 2 straight nights of rain delays to start the game, that will not be an issue tonight. Game time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free, and the boardwalk is kicking off summer this Saturday and Sunday. 59 degrees. Winds 16 miles per hour, but a nice night and kind of a typical weather night here at the Coliseum. So another 2-game series, this one against the Minnesota Twins. So the A's sweeping the Angels. The Twins split their 2-game series up in Seattle Monday and Tuesday. So the A's take the field behind their starter tonight, Brandon McCarthy, Kurt Suzuki behind the dish. So we are just about ready to go from the Coliseum. The A's trying to build on the 2 wins over the Angels. With the Twins in town, and here is the lineup for the Twins. Span in center. Trevor Plouffe is the shortstop. Jason Kubel will be the DH. Justin Morneau at first. Michael Cuddyer in right. Then it's Danny Valencia, the third baseman. Ben Revere is in left. Drew Butera is the catcher. Alexi Casilla will play second base.
Brandon McCarthy, as Cap said earlier, still looking for the elusive number 2 win, or maybe tonight's the night, because his only win came against these Twins. That was in his second start back on the 10th. That was the home opener. Actually, it was not the home opener, but it's the weekend series of the home opener for the Minnesota Twins. But if he does what he did then, 13 ground ball outs in the game against the Twins, that bodes well for a win. If the A's can score some runs, if they didn't waste it all last night. But Brandon McCarthy's pitched better than his record shows.
A's lineup like this defensively: Willingham in left, Sweeney in center, DeJesus in right, Kuzmanov, Pennington, Ellis, and Bart, and Kurt Suzuki is behind the plate.
What an interesting sight this afternoon to see Clay Wood, the great head groundskeeper for the Athletics, watering the dirt on the infield. All the rain the last 2 days, but of course he knows exactly how much water to put on this dirt to soften it, making it the best for his infielders. But it looks great, and let's hope that the last 2 nights, the last time we see rain or even a threat of rain at the Coliseum for any baseball for the remainder of the season.
Well, we get used to, I mean, the weather's very consistent here at the Coliseum. It's cool at night, it's beautiful during the day, so when you get 2 consecutive rain delays, it's just a bit odd.
But the A's won both, and that's important. Great slide by David DeJesus on Monday night. And he's leading off tonight, playing right field, as Coco Crisp is not in the lineup.
So Brandon McCarthy's first pitch to Denard Span is outside, so we are underway. 7:08.
7:08
is the start time tonight. It'll be a day game tomorrow. And this 2-game series will be wrapped up. Strike to Denard Span, who's hitting .277 with a homer and 8 runs batted in. And that one off McCarthy, and it's into the glove of Kuzmanov. And I think
it's an out.
Got McCarthy well in the air. The ball never touched the ground. So that's how the ball game gets started. Let's make sure McCarthy's okay.
Well, 1-5 on the put out. Line drive off the bat of Denard Span right back up the middle. It hit Brandon McCarthy, and so the ball never touched the ground. Kuz did not have to throw to first. So where did it hit him? In the right shoulder, at the back of the right shoulder. Hard enough. And he's going to take a couple of warm-up tosses. Probably something like that happens, you got to be figuring a little numbness. But simple 1-5 on the put out. And the assist goes to Brandon McCarthy off his body. You know, you always like to come to the park and see something you've never seen. And tonight, I think we just saw one. First batter of the game, off the pitcher to the third baseman, never touched dirt.
We've seen a couple first-time things in this homestand.
You know, amazing. You look at your scorebook and you're going to see 1-5.
I know.
And you're going to think, wait a minute, how could the first hitter of the game be put out with a throw to third base?
It's true. Trevor Plouffe who is the shortstop for Twins. Talked about in the open how the Twins are struggling offensively, and they're just looking for answers anywhere. Called up Trevor Plouffe. Reaches for that one, pokes it to left field, but right to Willingham, and that is out number 2.
In the Dodge Charger keys to the game, rain come and gone. It's gone. Game time starting on time, which is outstanding. We hope for the remainder of the season. McCarthy, definitely tough luck losses, and it'd be nice to get him a win, even if it is against the Minnesota Twins. His only win occurred, and cannot let the Twins get hot while they're in Oakland. And of course, for the Twins, sadly, they're going on to Arizona, a weekend of interleague play. Fortunately for them, on Friday they'll be attending the funeral of longtime favorite Harvey Killebrew, who passed away yesterday. So that funeral is on Friday. The club will leave tomorrow after the game, and then on Friday attend the funeral of the loved one, Harvey Killebrew. In the irony, last night they lost, or they actually won the game. There's the Killer's number 3. It's been in the dugout, the Twins, ever since he got sick. But the game last night, the Twins won 2-1, equals 3. The Mariners got 3 hits, and the Twins got 3 hits. And as Blyleven said, not surprising that probably Harvey Killebrew planned. He wanted to see the guys in Phoenix against the Diamondbacks, but instead it's going to be the funeral. And so it's not surprising that Harvey Killebrew planned that as well. Just a great guy.
So 1-2 to Jason Kubel. Kubel, one of the few Twins hitters who's having a good year. 322, 20 RBIs.
He's always aggressive and somehow makes contact on a pretty good pitch by Brandon McCarthy. Good curveball, yet he was able to stay alive.
Ted Barrett is behind home plate. Brian Rundgren at first. Crew chief Tim McClellan at second. Marvin Hudson is down at third.
Same crew that was here for the Angels series, but because it's a 2-game series, they stay here for this series because normally umpires will leave as soon as the series is over.
Two to Kubel, and it's just a bit inside, so a full count with Justin Morneau waiting in the on-deck circle. Kubel drills one left center field. That's hit well, and that's going to get it to the wall. One hops the wall. So Kubel with a 2-out double.
Harvey Killebrew, the number 3, of course, and started at third base, moved to first, but 573 home runs. Played at the old Metropolitan in Minneapolis. Last year was with the Kansas City Royals, broadcast with Bill King on A's television. And one of the real great guys in the game of baseball. A threat on the field with a bat in his hand, but a gentleman off the field. Blyleven Burt said he called Monday and actually talked to one of the daughters, and Harmon passed away yesterday. So this being this past Monday, found out it was Burt on the phone. He grabbed the phone. First thing he said, "Burt, what's wrong with our boys? How come they're not playing so well?" So still baseball on his mind, and 24 hours later, he passed away. So Burt will be speaking at the services on Friday, and sadly for him, Harmon will not be there in July when he's at Cooperstown. There's the newest inductee to Cooperstown. Blyleven filing his 14th year of eligibility, and should have been there a long time ago. Fortunately made it.
A shot into right center field. That's a base hit, and the Twins are going to get an early lead. Justin Morneau with an RBI single. 1-0 Minnesota. The runs have been so hard to come by for the Twins this year.
Well, a high fastball to Kubel on 3-2, then a curveball to Morneau that stayed right in the middle of the plate on the 1-1. And Morneau, of course, coming back from the concussion that ended his season about midway last year. chance for Mark Ellis with his glove to get to the ball, so you know it had to be hit hard. Had to feel pretty good for Morneau.
RBI number 11. It's Carl Pavano who will take the mound tonight for the Twins. Kadire taps one slowly to the left side. And side retired. So a hit, a couple of hits and a run for the Twins. And obviously Twins playing with a heavy heart tonight. The death of Harmon Killebrew. Lineup: DeJesus, Spartan, Willingham, Matsui, Suzuki, Sweeney, Ellis, Kuzminov, and Pennington. So the first pitch from Carl Pavano is in for a strike. So DeJesus in that leadoff spot tonight, hitting .241 with a couple of home runs. Skies this one toward the line and left where Ben Revere is over there. He's got it, out number 1.
Now Carl Pavano, the opening day starter at home for the Minnesota Twins, and Twins scored 2 runs late in the 8th inning and won the game for Pavano. But he has been around, of course, and a very crafty, good pitcher, knows how to pitch. Fastball, slider, splitter. It's usually around the plate. Not really overpowering.
He was a free agent in the offseason. Yeah. They sought after free agent, but he ended up staying with the Twins, signing a 2-year contract. 2 years, $16.5 million is what the Twins forked over to Carl Pavano to keep him. He's 35 years old. And he's looking for career win number 100. He's 99 and 93.
Joe Pinheiro thought he's going to get his Monday night. He just came back and tied and won the game. No decision for Pinheiro, who still is at 9-9.
Thirteenth year in the big leagues for Pavano. So 99-93. See the teams he's been with. I think he was part of a Pedro Martinez trade a long time ago. He had a couple good years with the Marlins. He got a big contract with the Yankees, but did not pitch very well in New York. In fact, did not pitch a lot in New York anyways. He was hurt a lot.
Well, they were disappointed. I'm sure he was disappointed because he was not healthy enough to pitch after signing the big contract.
So full count to Derek Barton with Willingham in the on-deck circle. Barton 215 with 11 RBIs. He's been starting to swing the bat better. That's good news. He's driven in a run in each of the last 4 games. Taps this one towards second. Casilla flips to first. The defense for the Minnesota Twins tonight. Ken Rivera in left, and Art Span in center. Michael Cuddyer in right. It's Valencia, Plouffe, Casilla, Morneau third to first. Catcher is Drew Butera. So there's Joe Mauer on the disabled list. They're still not sure when he's going to come back. Jim Thome on the disabled list. Delman Young was on the disabled list, and Young really struggling offensively. So there are some reasons why the Twins' offensive numbers are down so far.
Some big bats out of line. Just those 3 that you mentioned. Delman Young, always a threat. Very strong outfielder and very strong swing.
Delman Young hitting 192 without a home run. So Gardenhire trying to figure out how to turn this thing around.
Manager of the year last year in 2010. Rick Anderson, his longtime pitching coach. Like the Angels, who were just in town, the staffs of the Twins, like the Angels, usually are around a long time. They don't change managers that often, and the coaches usually stay with the manager. He's a Tom Kelly. He had some carryovers to Ron Gardenhire.
One, 2 to Willingham. The Twins 13-27. That is the worst record in the American League. It's the worst record in baseball. Now, it is still just the 18th of May, but they're 13.5 games out of first place. The problem for them is that the Indians have the best record in the major leagues. So if the team in first place in your division has the best record and you have the worst record, there's going to be a gap there, and the gap is 13.5 games. So.
And just to get back to 500 is a chore.
Exactly.
You have to do before you even think about overtaking the division leader.
Now, there's time, and the Twins have a lot of good players, but that's a lot of games. See, Mauer's been out since April 14th, which was really soon after the A's were in Minnesota. Jim Thome out since May 3rd. And when we were there, Ray, I know you and I just talked about it briefly, but Joe Mauer just did not look right. He just wasn't swinging the bat. It was only 3 games, but he just did not look right.
Well, knee surgery, and of course, from a catcher standpoint, you have to get the knees and the legs strong to catch, first of all, but have a strong foundation to be the hitter that he has been. Drew Butera, the catcher and backup catcher, when Mauer is healthy and now getting pretty much the everyday chores, and his bat is not close to Joe Mauer's.
Willingham strikes out, so Pavano has a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the first. 1-0 Twins after 1. So some Twins fans paying their respects to the late Harmon Killebrew.
But they want to be circled by Bert.
Yep.
Blyleven, the longtime analyst for the Twins, has a Circle Me Bert that he will get the people on and telestrated. He'll circle them, and fans enjoy it.
Danny Valencia leading it off. He'll be followed by Ben Revere and Drew Butera. Twins got a 2-out RBI hit from Justin Morneau in the first for the 1-0 lead.
Valencia last year some big hits for the Twins. This year he's driven in 19, but still hitting just 218. The bottom part of the last 4 in the batting order: 218, 167, 108, 191. And only 3 home runs and 26 runs batted in from the bottom 4 in tonight's lineup.
Big breaking ball outside to Valencia. It's this one on the ground to Ellis, who was shaded towards second base. Valencia is retired. Here's our Farmers Insurance report card. A little more on Harmon Killebrew, into the Hall of Fame in 1984. See the career home runs, 573. Not a bad year in 1969. And there was, I mean, you would know better than I, Ray, but the Twins, I know they went to the World Series in '65, but they had some good teams in the late 60s. And he was right in the middle of it.
Yeah, he was there, and I was thinking also he was here in 1968. Whoever said there's no crying in baseball never met Harmon. Anita, his wife, kids. Twins fans here with the Tommy Ed's able to find those signs and honor the great Harmon Killebrew. I was thinking of Catfish Hunter, who unfortunately is no longer with us. Pitched a perfect game against the Twins 1968 here at the Coliseum. And Harmon Killebrew
He was in the lineup, I
part
bet.
of that lineup, exactly. Robbie Allison and Tony Legal. I mean, just some great players. And the thing about Catfish, that lineup, it wasn't, well, no major league lineup was slouched, but that was a very good Twins ball club. He threw the perfect game. Catfish Hunter, Hall of Famer, number retired. Clean tarps after the rain for the last 2 days here at the Coliseum.
Inside to Ben Revere, so a full count. Revere is playing left field. Very fast. Chops that one right back to McCarthy, and that's out number 2. And that'll bring up Drew Butera.
There's an example right there, although Revere has not hit a home run, but had a nice lengthy discussion with Bert Blyleven, and he had a tendency to give up a few home runs. And Marty Lure was there, and we were talking about Catfish Hunter, Robin Roberts, who gave up a lot of home runs. And the bottom line, you get to 3-2, and you don't challenge a guy, and you walk him with a slider, a changeup, or a curveball, then you give up a home run. That's a problem. And what McCarthy did with Revere, he challenged him with a fastball and got a ground ball back to him. But one of the great things, one of the writers for the Twins called Robin Roberts says Bert Blyleven was approaching his record for most home runs given up in the season. And one thing Robin Roberts said was, how many games has Bert won?
Yeah.
Won 17. He said, then what's the big deal? You know, you win games, you give up home runs, who cares? But a lot of it with solo home runs, you don't put guys on because you're you're afraid to challenge them 3-2.
McCarthy throws out Butera, and Brandon McCarthy, a nice 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be Matsui, Suzuki, and Sweeney.
Alex Rodriguez, CC Sabathia, our former Athletic Nick Swisher, and the rest of the New York Yankees for their only visit this season on Monday, May 30th through Wednesday, June 1st. Tickets are available online, oaklandathletics.com/tickets, and by calling 877-493-BALL. 877-493-BALL. Come out and see the Yankees. Memorial Day Monday day game, Tuesday night, and then a Wednesday day game as well. 2 of the 3 games against the Yankees, day games.
Hideki Matsui leading it off for the A's here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. He'll be followed by Suzuki and Sweeney. Keeping an eye on the other games, Ray. Texas 2, Kansas City 2, top of the 8th inning in Kansas City. And the Angels and the Mariners are underway. Seattle 1, the Angels nothing in the 2nd inning. That game in Seattle, Jared Weaver is trying to become the first 7-game winner in Major League Baseball. He's had some chances. Remember, he started 6-0, but he has lost his last 3 starts, so he's 6-3. Vargas is pitching for the Mariners. That one drilled right center. Span on the run, goes into a slide, and he makes the catch. So Matsui has a hit taken away by Denard Span in center field.
The ball hit too hard. It stayed up for Denard Span, and he, of course, can play some outstanding center field. Straight away center, ball sinking quickly, and he went into a nice slide, made a nice catch out of it. He can play some center. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, man. So 1 out here in the 2nd, and that'll bring up Kurt Suzuki. Takes the fastball outside. The Rangers game, it was Alexi Ogando and Danny Duffy, a young man who's making his Major League debut for the Kansas City Royals. Remember, Ray, we were in Kansas City a couple weeks ago and talking about the great minor league system of the Rangers, or of the Royals, and they brought up Eric Hosmer. Duffy is probably their top pitching prospect. He made his Major League debut tonight. That game, again, 2-2, heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. Kurt Suzuki was 3 for 8 in that series against the Angels. He scored 3 runs, walked a couple of times. And Kurt is starting to swing the bat better. He lines this one into the glove of the second baseman, Alexi Casilla. So a couple of hard hit balls. The A's have nothing to show for it here in the 2nd.
Batting 6, center fielder, number 15.
The old saying goes, keep hitting the ball hard, that way they will fall. And good contact by the Athletics. The A's have seen Carl Pavano a few times.
Ryan Sweeney going to start in center field tonight, hitting .315 with 4 RBIs. Sweeney pinch hit last night, and he walked with the bases loaded.
And a smile on his face when the 3-1 fastball at his ankles. It's called for strike. He's not going to say too much.
Broken bat, cut off by Casilla, and the throw hits either Sweeney or Pavano, one of the two.
Sweeney.
Sweeney's going to be aboard. And
I think it's Sweeney because he's, I hope it did not get him on his surgically repaired knee. But there you have it. 2 line drives caught.
And a broken bat
and
single.
A broken bat single. And if second baseman Casilla had thrown the ball, Pavano was going to be there, but he hesitated, and it got Sweeney, looked like in the right thigh. But the hesitation, Pavano actually, I don't know if he'd have made it anyway, but instead, Ryan Sweeney, and the ball hit him in the right thigh, could not advance to second base.
It's a hit.
Yes, it is.
So Mark Ellis, who attempts the bunt, he missed it, and the ball trickles away, but Terra is able to get after it. Sweeney stays at first. Good series for Ellis against the Angels, 4 for 9, and see the note on the bottom, 2 hits away from 1,000 in his career. He's got 7 hits in his last 13 at bats, and that has his average up to 210. Where it was down, it was 180, 185. Fastball called a strike, 1-2.
Guys down there pushing the kettle corn. Bring some up here.
You like kettle corn, don't you?
Hey, but we've got some goodies from the Busy Bee Bakery, though. If we can get it before Marty gets it, we'll be okay.
Well, it's a cake box.
It's got some goodies, too. You know.
I could just about imagine what's in there.
Well, the sitting down behind the Twins dugout, there's the kettle corn. Are you sure it's that much? Right? Pretty good, but all right, I'll give you the money.
Quick throw to first, and Sweeney's back.
But you know, the Busy Bee Bakery people, the Pools, are big Twins fans. And they're kind enough when the Twins are in town. They come here and they bring us some goodies. And actually, they shipped care package back to the Target Field last year when we were back there.
Very kind.
Bert Blyleven was in. He says, "Oh, they're here again." I said, "Yes, they're here to watch you guys." Cindy and Richard Poole in Inverness, California, Busy Bee Bakery. They're down behind the Twins dugout someplace enjoying the game. Now, if they had some cakes, those Twins people probably, that might be them. Never met them, but we appreciate them sending some goodies.
Mark Ellis down the right field line. It's foul.
Good luck there.
As long as you're not sitting behind him.
They would not have been wearing sunglasses the last 2 nights.
No. Runner goes, hit hard to the shortstop, Plouffe, who makes the play, throws high, and throws it over everybody's head. So Sweeney will go to third. Ellis will be at second. So it's an error on Trevor Plouffe. So the A's get a break, and they'll try to take advantage.
There's a case of too much time for the young man. Hard hit ball. I guess you could say, fortunately, Sweeney was running because the short play would have been better for him. But there's the time, and there's the throw.
Not close.
No, and unfortunately, Ryan Sweeney had stopped at second. Of course, he's not going to be running to third anyway. But had he been halfway to third base when the throw airmailed Justin Morneau, he could have scored. Now take a 2-out hit or a mistake. But better to have the plate now than Kevin Kuzminoff. He's swinging the bat well.
Swing and a miss as Pavano took a little off. So 0-1 the count. .212, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in for Kuzminoff. A couple of hits last night, one of them a double. He scored a couple runs.
Pavano's got a sneaky fastball, but there's no doubt in these situations, runners in score position, he's going to go to anything but the fastball. If he throws it, it will be a show pitch, waste pitch. He'll try to use the breaking pitch, the splitter.
That's going to be a base hit left field. 1 run scores. Here comes Ellis. The throw offline, and the A's take a 2-1 lead. So the air hurts the Twins, and the A's take advantage.
Stay hot, Kevin Kuzminoff. 2 big hits last night. Our post-game guests on Comcast Sportsnet California following the A's victory and a mistake. Twins should have been out of the inning. Try to go inside with a fastball and show him maybe, and Kevin Kuzminoff jumped on it before it could get to Viterra's mitt. So Kuz, a solid base hit to left field, and Mark Ellis really got a tremendous jump off second base, and Revere made a strong throw, but not close, because with 2 outs, you could take off as Mark Ellis did and scored easily.
So RBIs 14 and 15 for Kuzminov.
And they're unearned, but that's okay. Unearned runs for the pitcher Pavano. Ron Gardenhire's got to be thinking, that's our season right there. We have a chance for the 3rd out, get out of the inning, keep the inning going, and the Twins see the A's take the lead.
Pennington 1 for 8 in the series against the Angels.
Last night in the A's 2nd inning, a couple of ground outs by Matsui and Suzuki, and then a walk, and then consecutive hits to drive in runs with 2 outs. The A's scored all the runs, the 3 runs in the 2nd, with 3 consecutive 2-out hits and 3 runs, and added another one in the 6th. So the 2-out hits, what you like to see, and the A's have been doing it.
Up the middle, knocked down by Pavano. He just stuck his glove out, knocked it down, and gets Pennington. But the A's get a big hit from Kevin Kuzminov, a 2-out, 2-run single. We'll head to the 3rd. 2-1 A's. Top of the 3rd inning. It'll be Casilla, Span, and Plouffe. 9-1-2 for the Twins. So Kevin Kuzminov comes through with a 2-run single after the error by Plouffe extended the inning. Twins got their run in the 1st. After 2 outs, Kubel doubled, Morneau singled, and that gave the Twins the early 1-0 lead. Span, or not Span, excuse me, Casilla. Looks like Span with the Coco Crisp swing where they really don't stride much. Casilla does a little bit. Span really doesn't do it at all.
Great Hall of Famer Paul Molitor, of course, Twins.
Pennington throws, and not quite in time. Casilla very fast, but a nice play by Pennington.
Joe Gonzalez coming off a start in Texas in which it was rained out. He gave up 7 earnings and left the game. But last night, Gio got a lot of run support early. The rains came, but Gio said, forget it. I'm familiar with this type of weather from Hialeah, Florida. He had everything working. Just 1 hit in 7 innings. And that was Howie Kendrick with the base hit. But, boy, he had the fastball, the curveball working. And just a tremendous job for Gio, picking up his 5th win of the season. Former Twin Craig Breslow pitched the 8th, and then Tristan Magnuson, Major League debut, pitched in the 9th inning. But there are the numbers for Gio: just 1 hit, just 1 walk. That's also important, and 7 strikeouts for the A's young left-hander, who continues to pitch every 5th day, not miss a start. Had not last year, and so far this year, all good.
It was the 3rd shutout of the year for the Athletics last night. They continue to lead the major leagues in team ERA at 2.68 coming in. In fact, they lead it by a lot. So 2-0 now to Denard Span. Span slices one, base hit left field. Casilla round second. He's going to try for third. The throw is just a little bit late, and that allows the runner to go to second.
Now maybe Josh Willingham thought about the runner at third because the way the ball was hit, it was going to be a double for Span anyway. But they're saying he's given a single. And to second on the throw, it might have been tough for Josh to throw him out at second, but the throw right there, and now they changed it to a double. Casilla, of course, tremendous speed, as is the case with Span. And when you're 13 and 27 and you're that far behind the first place team, who cares about being passive? You're trying to be as aggressive as possible.
So a double. So second and third and nobody out. And Trevor Plouffe is the hitter. Plouffe grounded out to short in the first inning. Down the right field line, but that's going to get fouled.
The last inning, matter of fact, the last 4 outs have been recorded on the ground. Last one, the first 3 in the second. And then in this inning, 2 balls hit to the left side by left-handed hitters. One deep in the hole that Pennington handled, but the other to the outfield.
1-1 is hit hard, but foul. It broke his bat. He spun on a fastball inside. So 1-2 to Trevor Plouffe. Plouffe was a first-round pick of the Twins in 2004. He did get 41 at-bats last year for the Twins. Bounces this one up the middle, and that's going to get through into center field, a base hit, and 2 runs are going to score. So just a bouncing ball that gets through, and it's a 2-run single. So the Twins come right back and take the lead.
And the young man who made the error that helped the A's score 2 drives in 2 and gives the lead back to the Twins. So 2 strikes, and the pitch just a lot of the plate from McCarthy. Good diving effort to at least try to keep the ball in the infield by Cliff Pennington. Unfortunately for him, he was shading a little bit too deep into the hole. Couldn't get to it. Ultimo, that's how close he got.
Kubel goes after the first pitch, fouls it back. The Rangers have taken a 3-2 lead in the top of the 9th inning in Kansas City. Kubel doubled and scored in the first inning. He drives one center. Sweeney back, and he settles underneath it. He's got it. So that's out number 1 here in the third. Justin Morneau will hit.
Number 33, Justin Morneau.
Morneau had the RBI hit in the first inning, getting his 11th RBI of the year. It was July 16th last year when Morneau was kneed in the head when he was sliding into second base to break up double play, I believe it was, with the concussion, and did not play again the rest of the year. So that's a long time to be out, and he may still be working himself back. I mean, this is a terrific player. Barton has it, steps on the bag, guns it to second, and that's a double play. Nice play by Derek Barton. But the Twins get a pair of runs on 3 hits. Bottom of the third coming up, 3-2 Minnesota. Jesus goes 2 for 4 at Target Field. That extended his hitting streak against the Twins to 25 games. 25-game hitting streak against the Minnesota Twins. That's our McDonald's true story. So he'll try to extend that tonight. Of course, he played in the same division many times. Jesus with the Royals.
I think Vladimir Guerrero against the Rangers about 50. He just
is it still going?
Crushed him.
May still be going.
Well, yeah, because he was with them last year. Yeah. Now he's back with the Orioles out of. I don't know if they've played him yet.
One and one to David DeJesus. The Rangers have brought in their closer Neftali Feliz to try to save that game in Kansas City. Rangers with a 3-2 lead. Hit hard, but right at Plouffe, the shortstop, and DeJesus is retired for out number 1. Inside the park home run by David DeJesus, and look who's pitching. Carl Pavano. Let's see how it all came down. Like Kadire may have thought it bounced over.
Yeah.
A stand-up inside the park home run. How about that?
Yeah, the way he reacted, the ball's behind him, and made it look like it. Thought the ball was over the fence.
Movement on that fastball, and it's 0-2.
Somebody hit a home run, Cap. Who was it?
Eric Hosmer.
Wow. Off of Neftali Feliz.
Yeah, and I think it was the first pitch he threw. Hosmer, the Because he looked like a good player.
Oh,
wow.
He did.
I mean, all the hype about him, and there was a lot, and we saw him make his major league debut. But watch him now. Man, oh man, is that a beautiful swing.
When the A's were in Kansas City, they were going to New York. He had 2 home runs at Yankee Stadium. First 2 major league home runs. Oh, he's going to hit a bunch for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll have some rough patches, but if you haven't seen the young man play for the Royals, Eric Hosmer, just check him out because, oh boy, he looks special. Plouffe waits for the hop, then throws in time to get Barton 2 outs. So no rainouts tonight. Everybody's playing. Isn't that nice? Yes, maybe summer's here, huh?
Geez, no rainouts because there's already been, what, 30?
Yeah, we've used up our allotment.
30 when there were only 21 all season in 2010.
Although they didn't have one in Boston tonight, but they had a rain delay, and it was nasty weather. The Red Sox beat the Tigers 1-0, and I know they had a delay, and then when they resumed playing, it was raining. It was an ugly night in Boston. Valencia, a nice play to his left, and guns it across. Willingham is retired. 3 ground ball outs for Pavano, and we are on to the 4th inning from the Coliseum. 3-2 Twins. Kadire, Valencia, and Revere. It's 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Twins. McCarthy's given up 3 runs on 5 hits. He has not struck anybody out, and he has not walked anybody. Curveball and a good one, and it's 0-2 to Michael Kadire, who grounded out to third. First inning. And he went around on the high fastball. So that is the first strikeout for McCarthy. And here's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Tim from Klamath Falls, Oregon asks, is there any first baseman in baseball with a better stretch than Derek Barton? Tim says, I say no.
And Glenn and Ray say no also, Tim, from Klamath Falls, Oregon. Now, he's good. He's got those young legs, and here it is. How about a stretch right there?
Now, it's not something we suggest you try at home necessarily. Willingham, left center field, fairly deep, but he's got it. So Valencia is retired. But Bart can pull it off. Now, again, don't try that at home.
No. Well, you can if you get loose and limber, and
if you feel like laying on the floor for a while.
But I mean, you don't have to have a glove or a number 10 on your back. You can, you can do the splits.
Sure, if you really want to try.
But to try to go into the splits and at the same time concentrate and catch a thrown ball.
Yeah, and you don't know exactly where the throw is going to be.
And all the reason that a first baseman, Derek Martin, who stretches so well, he wants every infielder to throw a 4-seam ball across the diamond. There's not one a 2-seam sinker.
Ben Revere up the middle, and that's hit number 6 for the Twins.
Yeah, that's one thing Bart does. So he does a lot of very good things, but for sure helps the infielders with the stretch. You saw in the Angels series some very close plays at first base, because he's able to do what he does with such limber legs. And remember, he was a catcher, and had he continued to catch, he would not be doing that at first base. And I want to say that Harmon Killebrew started out playing third base and moved to first base, and I think it was an all-star game in which he stretched for a ball that was thrown and ended up hurting his hamstring and missed some time because of it. So it's a position that people say anybody can play first. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's that true, because it's a tough position. Derek Barton with the catcher's arm. He throws everything right over the top. 4-seam grip, straight. And the play he made in the double play last inning, fielding the ground ball and making a perfect throw to second.
Willingham went back. Now he's got to come in, and he's going to make the catch. Side retired. A base hit and a runner left. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It'll be Matsui, Suzuki, and Sweeney. 3-2 Twins. By AT&T, who are the 5 players in Major League Baseball history with 8 or more seasons of 40 home runs.
That guy. There he is. He's got it. What do you think? 5 or more hot dogs per game.
5 or more hot dogs per game. Yeah, he's enjoying that dog. Hideki Matsui lined out to center field in the 2nd inning. He's down 3-2. To 2-0 now to Matsui. He'll be followed by Suzuki and then Sweeney. Pavano with 57 pitches in the first 3 innings and 3 pitches here into the 4th. Turns that one over, and it's outside 3-1. And he's had a couple of hits. Broken bat. Pavano has a tip off his glove, and that's going to be an infield hit. Broken bat. Matsui beat it out.
Make your Memorial Day weekend against the Orioles a jumbo weekend. Friday, May 27th through Sunday, May 29th. You can get field level tickets that includes $10 of added value right in your tickets barcode. The added value can be used for food or merchandise during that day's game. Buy online with coupon code JUMBO. So visit oaklandathletics.com/jumbo weekend. Jumbo. Got a jumbo helmet with a lot of popcorn in it. We got a jumbo goodie box up here from Bisbee Bakery in Inverness, California.
How many items are there? Like
I'll
40?
tell you exactly what's in there. If you just...
I'm dying to know. Kadire in right field is going to make the catch. Ray, what's in the box?
Well, Cindy and Rick Poole from Bisbee Bakery sent us peanut butter cookies, Oreo cookie bars, which Marty says are just delicious. Carrot cake, oatmeal raisin cookies, blackberry and blueberry lime bars.
Blackberry and blueberry lime bars. Wow.
And Marty and him and an Oreo cookie bar. They're good. And just a note for Crook and Kite over in San Francisco, the Twins will be playing the Giants in interleague play. And they would like to have your brother, Dwayne and Crook, let them know, there it is, the goodies from Bisbee Bakery. But they're going to send a care package over to the Giants as well, your brother and Crook. And so you need to let them know so they can make sure those goodies are brought in safely.
Sliding play by Ben Revere. Oh my.
And Hideki Matsui, I think, was a fan of that great play. Instead of tagging up, he was halfway to second base. And with the ball in foul territory, should have gone back to tag, and he would have made it into scoring position. But a tremendous play, long run by Revere. He got up very quickly. I don't know if Matsui would have made it, but anytime a ball is in foul territory, there's no place to go except back to the base where you were and tag up, possibly. But a long run for Revere, a lot of foul territory here at the Coliseum, and he made a tremendous play.
That was a very fine play. Well, I will pass that on to the guys and make sure that they know what they're in for.
Well,
they will enjoy it.
Tell them that, let security know that the goodies are coming up.
Perfect.
Let them pass. And if they want to pick out 1 or 2 items on the way up, that's okay.
Just a bit high. 1-1 to Mark Ellis.
We might get lucky. They're going to come and mention Greg Hosmer and the Twin. The Royals will be in town here at the Coliseum on June 14th for a 3-game series. So you get a chance to see Hosmer, and Bisbee Baker will be back, so we'll see what else they bring.
Plouffe, the shortstop, steps on the bag side, retired. So the A's get the leadoff hit, do nothing with it. We're on to the 5th, still 3-2 Twins. Stock.com Coliseum 3-2. Twins leading the Athletics.
Raleigh's pitching tonight.
Yeah. That gentleman, and it's the gentleman who always stands right down by the A's dugout before the game. He's here just about every game, and I don't know his name, but I just call him Raleigh. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
He's got the replica mustache. I mean, it is the same deal.
They got the wax and everything. Yeah. Gotta have the wax.
Casilla bounces out, and that's out number 1. A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now, Jack in the Box, get the new bourbon barbecue steak grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. Looks good. The top of the order in Denard Span, and Span has got another hit. There's that no stride. He just drops the bat head, doesn't really move his front leg much at all. He's 2 for 3. Watch that front leg.
Waits, and you pitch him outside, he is going to do exactly that. He wants to get on base, and he takes an initial stride but plants his foot before the ball gets there. Watch the front foot. Stops and then just uses his upper body and slaps the ball to left field. Not only an excellent center field, a good hitter, a good person. Very personable.
So here's Trevor Plouffe, who had a 2-run single. That was in the 3rd inning. Plouffe also grounded out in the 1st. The Twins as a team are 12th in the league in stolen bases. They've stolen just 18. They're last in average, last in runs, last in homers, last in walks, last in slugging, and last in on-base percentage. But tonight, they got 7 hits. .123 runs scored. That's the fewest in the majors. Giants second.
When you've had the success the Twins have had over the years, Tom Kelly the manager, and following him Ron Gardenhire, a lot of division championships postseason, you have to feel that you got to come back regardless of how far you're down. And Ron Gardenhire definitely will not let the guys quit, assuming the season's over because they're so far out.
Plouffe drives when foul. Well, you saw the runs. Obviously, that's an issue. But part of the problem, too, is they have the worst team ERA in the American League, 4.96. So it's not just the offense that has struggled, and it has indeed. But they have not pitched well.
You tell me they've walked a lot of batters, then you know it's a bad season. It's something they don't do.
If they're doing that, then, yeah, you're right. Pitch out, nothing going on.
Nick Anderson and the Twins pitchers, he is a pitching coach, and one thing they do is throw strikes.
Mariano with the no-hitter this year, but he's been inconsistent. Runner goes, and the ball's looped to right center field, and that's going to drop. Span had to hesitate for a moment, but he ends up at 3rd. So 1st and 3rd, 1 out for the Twins.
Probably more of a straight steal, especially with 2 strikes after the pitch out. And this time they slider to the outside, and Span realized the ball was going to drop and continue to 3rd as it was hit softly.
So here's Kubel. Kubel takes the breaking ball low. The Mariners with a 3-0 lead over the Angels in the 4th inning, and the Rangers and the Royals 3-3. They are now in the top of the 10th inning.
Brandon McCarthy He has a few ground ball outs tonight. 7. He needs one now to get 2, and Kuba, though, a fly ball hitter. Get him to hit the ball on the ground, chance to get a double play to get out of the inning.
Well, he's been able to do it this year.
In the past, he's got 7 ground ball double plays this year, but in the past he's been a fly ball pitcher. More of a ground ball pitcher now since joining the A's rotation.
This could be 2. Ellis has it to Pennington, and that's a double play. Twins do not score, so McCarthy gets the big double play ball. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-2.
Asked for a double play, and Kuba help. 4-6-3 with a double play. Perfect.
Twins do not score. So
ground ball double play to Mark Ellis, the sure hands. And the A's out of the inning without a run scoring. 1st and 3rd and only 1 out.
Two 2-0 to Kuzmanov. Kuzmanov with a 2-run single in the 2nd inning, knocking in both the A's runs. On the ground to the shortstop, Plouffe, and he throws high again, but this time Morneau is able to reach up, catch it, his foot on the bag or step on the bag.
Well, Brandon McCarthy, 9 ground ball outs now after this double play turn. Great feed by Mark Ellis, and thing that Cliff Pennington talks about. Cliff going maybe out of the baseline, but Cliff Pennington talks about Mark Ellis by saying he always gives me the perfect feed, which means right about chest high, so he can just put the glove right there. Mark Ellis hits it, and they're able to turn a double play.
Pennington bounced back to the pitcher, and that was in the 2nd inning. To left field, 18 for Ben Revere. So 2 outs. Let's get our 18 trivia answer in. Who are the 5 players in Major League Baseball history with 8 or more seasons of 40 home runs?
Now batting, right fielder, number 12, David.
Babe Ruth did it 11 times. Killebrew 8. Bonds, Rodriguez, and Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron never hit 50. He had hit 755 in his career. Harvey Killebrew's statements, he was in spring training about a week. He was going down as an instructor just to be there basically and talk to the guys, and evidently he was a late arrival because of his health, but he said Skipper told me I could arrive late. No big deal for spring training. But, you know, for these guys to know that he was there in Florida in spring training. And here we are on May the 18th, and in 2 days they're going to his funeral. That's how quickly it happened. Bob Feller the same way. We talked about him, seeing him last summer. In the offseason, he passed away. So the A's right now hoping for rain.
Oh, man, I can't believe you went there.
Well, I mean, you know, just get some runs, you know, because scored a lot of runs last night. Raining, bad conditions. No, we don't want rain.
Yeah.
No, this is a beautiful night. Should be a really great day tomorrow for the series finale, the homestand finale. A's lost 2 of 3 against the White Sox, 1-2 against the Angels, and trying to complete a good homestand against the Twins.
DeJesus in the air to center. Span is under it. He's got it. So 6 in a row retired by Carl Pavano, and we move to the 6th inning. The Twins 3 and the A's 2. Maybe Justin Morneau, Michael Cuddyer, and Danny Valencia. Brandon McCarthy has given up the 3 runs on 8 hits. Got 1 strikeout. He has not walked anybody. Morneau with a base hit to right field. 9 hits now for the Twins. Well, make sure you visit csncalifornia.com and vote for the 2011 All-Star Teacher. Check out the finals, bios, and video features. The winning teacher receives $20,000 for his or her school. So here's Cuddyer, who is 0 for 2. He has grounded out, struck out. It's this one to left. Willingham going back. He's near the wall. He's got just enough room, and he makes the catch. So hustling back is Morneau. And the ball got up in the air and did not carry a whole lot. I'm not sure Cuddyer hit it that well.
No, it didn't sound great. Maybe on the trademark or a little bit on the handle, but fortunate for the A's, it stayed in the park.
Send one out. Here's Valencia. Good pitch there by McCarthy, down around the knees. Valencia, ground out and a fly ball. So 0 for 2. Valencia last year had a terrific season. Played in just 85 games when they called them up. He made lots of noise. 311 with 7 homers and 40 RBIs.
Did a lot of damage against the A's when they saw him back at Target Field.
Twins called him up on the 3rd of June. To center field where Sweeney is there. He's got it for out number 2.
Jerry White, first base coach for the Twins, of course a Bay Area native.
Now batting.
Sure, he's happy to come by.
Stone's throw away from home, probably, right?
Yeah. Even though it's just a 2-game series, the Twins will be back again. The A's back to the Twin Cities twice last year. But Jerry White gets a chance to come back. It all started for him. Very good player in his day in the big leagues.
First pitch strike to Ben Revere. Comes home to live here in the offseason. Why not?
Sam Leander. Looks like Jerry White. Let's see that again. Looks like he's the old style. He's got the baseball cap under his helmet. That's the way the guys used to wear it. Yeah. That's perfect.
You know, I remember doing that, and it looked like it never fit. Mickey Rivers. Remember Mickey?
Mick the Quick. That's right.
It never just looked like it was quite on there, right? But I don't think Mickey cared too much.
Well, a lot of guys, during that era when you didn't have to wear the double ear flap. Yeah, guys who have their cap underneath and just reach up, take the helmet, flip it off. They got their cap on, go out the outfield.
There you go.
The infield there.
Stays 1-2 to Ben Revere.
You think about a baseball player, guys who wear their caps all the time. That's a lot of coverage for the amount of time you have a cap over your head.
Yeah.
That's why you probably don't see a lot of guys wearing baseball caps away from the yard.
Ellis has it. Side retired. Leadoff single by Morneau, but he ends up being stranded. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. So 3-2 Minnesota. Light freeze cam. Light Freeze Cap is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Marty, the freeze frame, I thought they'd show you holding the cookies and all the box of goodies that they're asking for it out of the truck.
Instead, we went with a little stopper.
Yes.
Barton drives one to right. Going back is Kadire. It is off the top of the wall. It shoots away from Kadire. Barton's going to stop that second with a leadoff double.
Thought he got his first.
He didn't miss it by much.
No, he didn't. I thought he had gotten it, and that would have been a beautiful sight to tie the game. The uppercut swing, Derek Barton, a fastball inside, and boy, left his bat solidly.
Left fielder, number 16.
I thought at that point it had a chance. The sound, and going back is Kadire, but hit the angle of the wall and bounced past him. You know, Derek might have thought also that he had hit it because the way the ball caromed off the wall, his speed, might have been able to get a triple, but leadoff double was just as good. He could get him in.
Double number 11 for Barton. And that'll bring up Willingham, who swings and misses at a changeup. And the Kansas City Royals had the bases loaded and one out in the bottom of the 11th inning, and they could not get the run home. So the Rangers and the Royals play on. Cue shot. The Mariners leading the Angels 3-0 in the 4th inning. Willingham a strikeout and a ground out to third. Just missed again. 2-2. Milano wants to keep the ball away from Willingham.
Well, and not a bad idea if he can go to right field. And ideally in this situation, you want to try to get the hitter to pull the ball to keep the runner second. But he is flirting with the outside part of the plate. And early in the season, we'll see Willingham go to right field. Again with a slider after a fastball just missed.
So now the count is full. Matsui in the on-deck circle. 3-2 Twins.
You know, infield set up almost like it's a double play situation, which is not, because the runner at second, but gaps on the right and the left between short, third, second, and first.
To right center. Should be deep enough to get the runner to third. Kadire has it on the warning track. Barton toward third, and he'll make it standing up. So Willingham gets it done.
That's a great swing by Willingham, especially staying out. He obviously tried to hit the ball to the right side to advance a runner. But Bob Guerin to greet Willingham. Nicely done. Infield will come in, and Matsui will try to bring him in. Excellent extension. And a fastball away. Barton thinking about it, and then seeing the ball was going to be caught. Kadire has a very strong arm. This ball all the way from the warning track on hop to the third baseman Valencia.
So a chance to tie it for Matsui. Infield comes in.
I wonder if Willingham thought he got enough for a home run.
He put a good swing on it. There's a base hit. We're tied. Barton comes in to score. Matsui does not wait around.
Now remember the line drive home run he hit at Target Field as Banjo Man is excited. So that's textbook baseball. First pitch inside, and Hideki Matsui, that two-seamer, trying to bring it back, and Matsui jumped all over it. He seems to be always aggressive with runners in scoring position. Exactly what you like to see from a guy who drives in a lot of runs.
So RBI number 16 for Matsui, and we're all tied. Here's Kurt Suzuki. Bounce to Valencia. out at second, and that's a double play. But the A's get a double by Barton and a single by Matsui, so we're tied 3-3 after 6. Lowe's. It's opening day for your lawn. Visit your local Lowe's for savings and a free MLB fan guide. Compliments of Scott's. Top of the 7th inning. Matsui with the RBI single in the bottom of the 6th to tie it. So 3-3 game. Brandon McCarthy finishing up his warm-up tosses. Cooling off here at the ballpark, as it usually does about this time. It'll be Drew Butera, Lexi Casilla, and Denard Span.
By comparison, last night, this is a heat wave.
Yeah, it sure is.
Beautiful night. Former twin Craig Breslow. Next loose, he is starting to be the everyday never say no Breslow again. Doing very well for the A's out the bullpen. 10 ground ball outs for Brandon McCarthy as he just made his 80th pitch. No walks, which is normal for him. So he's usually around the plate.
Oh, 0-2 to Butera, who is 0 for 2. Hits it hard to Barton on one hop. Butera's retired, and that's one out here in the top of the 7th inning.
Butera does an excellent job of catching, blocks balls well, throws. And of course, I'm sure with Joe Mauer not able to play, they'd like to see a little more offense from him. But what Mike Scioscia said about catching, and you want the catcher to do his job behind the plate, but you'd like to see a little offense. He said 230, 240, 250 is not bad. 180, 190, not so good. And even lower than that for Butera. Because unfortunately, it always finds you come up in situations where, regardless what you're hitting, somehow you come to the plate where you need a big hit to try to drive in a run to help the team win.
And you always talk about Mark Belanger, guys like that, but I mean, Mark Belanger's as an example, terrific shortstop, but he wasn't an automatic out.
Exactly.
I mean, he wasn't a great hitter, but he was. Ellis charges. He's going to have to hurry. He does. Takes care of Casilla. 2 outs.
The A's first fireworks show of the season, Blast Off, Saturday, May the 28th. Fireworks show presented by Xfinity begins after the A's play the Orioles here at the Coliseum. Bring the family and your picnic blankets and enjoy the show from the outfield grass. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets. One of the few places, I can't think of many, if any, that allow the fans to go down on the field for a fireworks show.
I don't think we've seen it anywhere when we're on the road.
I think so. at the Coliseum. They cleared out the center field and let the fans go on the field and the outfield grass anyway and enjoy the fireworks. Bring the blankets. I guess you could even stand out there and have a picnic.
Sure. Quick 0-2 to the leadoff man, Denard Span, who has had a good night. He's 2 for 3, single and a double, and he has scored a run. Fastball up and away.
Remember the game in which Pavano pitched target field. The Twins came back to score 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brett Anderson had the complete game loss, 8 innings. That was the opening day for the Minnesota Twins when the A's at target field. Pavano went 8 innings, picked up the win. Joe Nathan the save for the Twins, and since then, as he said, saw him tonight riding the bike. He said up and down year for him.
But a good inning for McCarthy, and he has retired 6 in a row. 7th inning stretch from the Coliseum. We're tied at 3. Hyundai, and it's tonight at 10:30 on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Highlights from our game here. Not going well for the Sharks in Vancouver tonight. Full post-game coverage there. Some highlights from around the AL West. David Andrews and Dave Benz will host. Here at the Overstock.com Coliseum, it's a 3-3 game. The A's and the Twins, bottom of the 7th inning. Great fans out in left field. There was a fan out there who had a J.J. Fermaniac jersey on. Remember him?
No.
He was an A for like 2 weeks.
Oh, him.
J.J. Fermaniac. Base hit center field.
But you're talking about hockey.
Oh. So Sweeney with a leadoff hit here in the 7th. So a good start for the A's as they try to break the tie.
And 2 hits for Ryan Sweeney tonight, and figures after last night, if they're going to call the low strike, might as well swing at it. And he got it, took it back up the middle. A nice score, a run or two for Brandon McCarthy, who has pitched outstanding baseball once again tonight. 13 ground ball outs, 7 in the air, 1 strikeout. So he matched the 13 against the Twins.
Well, shoots one foul. Kind of a story for Brandon McCarthy.
That's strange right there. He doesn't see Joe Nathan getting up in the 7th inning.
The left-hander is Phil Dumitray.
Joe Nathan, of course, the closer, coming back from Tommy John surgery, and basically saying, one day's good, another day's bad, so just trying to get back in the swing of things, the rhythm. Caps, the guy they acquired last year, is closing for them now, doing a good job.
Long look down by Mark Ellis as Mike Gallego goes through a whole host of signs.
Hit and run was a good idea, and then Not a bad idea to do it again.
Outside corner strike, and it's 0-2. Valencia, the third baseman who was in on the grass, now backs up. .90 pitches for Pavano. To Ellis. Line drive right field, and it's caught, and Sweeney has got to get back, and he can't. And that's a double play. So Kadire got a good jump on it. He made a nice play, and he saw Sweeney right in front of him, too far off.
Well, the old saying of Ryan Sweeney, looking back the way he did, that's what you just keep running, because if you go part of the way and you kind of stop to look, and anytime the ball is going to be caught, then it's going to be an easy double play.
So just like that, 2 outs. Here's Kuzmanov. Swing and a miss. The Rangers have just gone ahead in the 11th inning. Scoring twice, still batting 5-3 over the Royals. Pitch by Pavano right on the outside corner. Change up from Pavano, but 85 miles an hour. That's not a huge difference from his fastball.
Well, it's kind of in between a split finger, which he throws, and a changeup, but it's not really acting like a split, more of a straight.
There it is, something like that. But it gets the strikeout either way, and he's got a couple of strikeouts. So we're still tied 3-3 as we head to the 8th inning.
Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
Top of the 8th inning. Twins and A's are tied at 3. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up. Your oil change tune-up and Spog experts. It's going to be Grant Balfour making his 20th appearance of the season. So this is game number 43 for the A's. And Balfour's having a very nice season. 1.45 ERA. So he'll face Plouffe, Kubel, and Morneau here in the top of the 8th innings. Brandon McCarthy pitches well. But it'll be 7 starts now since that first win. And he has not been able to get win number 2. But a pretty good performance.
Third base Kevin Kuzminoff guarding the line. It gets a possible extra base hit. And as he was playing a little bit deeper, it was Grant Balfour who suggested they move in, even with the line at the bag at third. Plouffe might decide to try to drive a base hit.
Plouffe now behind in the count, 0-2. "91 pitches for McCarthy. Swing and a miss. Ball up and out of the strike zone. And that's out number 1.
A great idea to change the eyesight, the level, and it's almost like the throw he made across the diamond. Pitch up. And a swing and a miss. Grant Balfour can get you to chase a bad pitch. He can throw hard.
Here's Kubel. 1 for 3, doubled and scored in the first. He also hit a fly ball to center field and then hit into a double play in the 5th. It's now the bottom of the 11th inning in Kansas City with the Rangers leading 5-3. The Rangers brought in Mark Lowe to try to save that game. The Royals tied it in the bottom of the 9th. Speaking of tying in the bottom of the 9th, there's McCarthy's line. So just the 1 strikeout, but no walks. And again, pretty good performance.
Yeah, very good. What are you trying to say about ties?
Mariano Rivera blew a save tonight. In Baltimore, Orioles scored bottom of the 9th to tie it. And it's now the 15th inning at Camden Yards, and the Yankees just went ahead 3-1. So they got a long one going there.
It's only 5-12 back there. It's pretty good. 15 innings.
How about this one? White Sox 1, Indians 0. Ray. Jake Peavy, complete game shutout. His 5th career shutout. White Sox scored a run in the first inning, and that was it.
I remember it was the White Sox in Cleveland the opening weekend series, and they just blasted away 1, 2, or 3. Right. And then of course the Indians ran off 14 straight at home, and the Tribe goes into Chicago, and you can see Jake Peavy return from that very serious, strange injury surgery that he had.
That's got to thrill the White Sox. Shutout for Peavy tonight. 3-2 to Kubel. He drills one to center, but Sweeney playing deep is there. He's got it. 2 outs.
Playing no triples.
No triples. Well, Comcast Sportsnet has the most complete Sharks coverage throughout the Stanley Cup playoffs. Sharks Playoff Central. And that's on right now, and it's on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. Channel numbers on your screen. And it'll be re-aired tonight right after A's post-game live at csncalifornia.com. You can find out more about Sharks playoff coverage. We have exclusive analysis from Randy Hahn, Drew Amenda, Brody Brazil, Jamie Baker, and Brett Hedigan. That is a final now. The Canucks blast the Sharks 7-3. So Vancouver in the driver's seat, leading 2-0. So head over to Comcast Sportsnet Plus right now for Sharks Playoff Central.
The next 2 in the Shark Tank?
Yep. Friday and Sunday. Friday game 3, Sunday game 4.
Downtown San Jose will be rocking this.
Yes, it will.
Brad Ziegler and some of the guys went to the finale in the, what was the last one? What was the last one they just had?
Game 7.
Went to that. Zig down in the locker room. That was the coach, I guess. He said he lost his voice. He was cheering so loud.
That's good. 0-2 pitch, fastball, strike 3 called. Couple of strikeouts for Grant Balfour. So bottom of the 8th coming up, 3-3 game. Here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Very first inning, Justin Morneau with an RBI single. Twins grabbed an early 1-0 lead. The A's got a little help and an error by the shortstop Trevor Plouffe. And the A's would score a pair of runs in the second inning, take the lead. But then Plouffe answers back with a 2-run single in the third, 3-2. Then Matsui tied it. That was in the 6th inning with an RBI single. So as we have hit the bottom of the 8th inning, it's a 3-3 game. And Cliff Pennington, first pitch swinging, loops one into right field for a base hit. So Pennington facing the new pitcher for the Twins, Glenn Perkins, drops a single into right field. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and spog experts. There's the lefty Perkins. Seen Perkins over the years as a starter, but now he's in the bullpen and he's pitching extremely well down there. 0.87 ERA. Perkins has not made any starts this year, so strictly a reliever. First pitch to DeJesus to bunt, and he takes a strike. 3-9-1 for the Twins, 3-7-0 for the Athletics. So both starters pitched pretty well, and both are out of the game. So they get a workout. No decision.
Yep. And both McCarthy and Pavano, no walks.
Perkins tries for second, and they got him.
Second play, folks. That's a tremendous play. And just bought it a little bit too hard. And Perkins, with the go-ahead run, headed towards second base. You have to make the decision yourself. You're probably not going to hear anybody. He knew he spun it hard. And a stretch at second base helped. But a very strong throw to second.
They got him.
Yes, they did. And that's usually what happens with the feet first slide. It looks like foot's in there, but it kind of slows down when the runner goes to the ground.
That's a nice play by Plouffe.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had to get his body out of the way so he could catch the ball, if that makes any sense. So here's Barton. Barton behind in the count 0-2. The Royals are trying to come back, Ray. They scored a run in the bottom of the 11th. It's 5-4. So they're making life tough on the Rangers. Rangers had Neftali Feliz in there in the bottom of the ninth, but Eric Hosmer hit a home run off him to tie it. And a good ball game here in Oakland tonight, 3-3. Mariners still leading the Angels 3-0 in the 6th inning. That's Weaver and Vargas, the matchup. Good pitch. Call the ball. Joe Nathan still throwing out in the Twins bullpen. Barton goes around on a high fastball. Tried to lay off, and you just do not see Barton chase pitches out of the strike zone very often.
Well, it was up, and there's a quick string trying to bring it back, but went too far and he knew it. Lefty on lefty. Excellent eye for Derek Bart, but that time swung at a bad pitch.
So 2 outs for Willingham. Bit inside, so the Rangers end up winning that game 5-4 in 11 innings over the Royals. Just coming into tonight, the Rangers and the Athletics tied for first place. Wertz Fuentes for the Athletics.
An interesting call here. Of course, to go to the 9th inning, tie game. Could bring your closer in. Don't have to worry about no save situation, but Wertz also up, which is on the road. You could say that Wertz would come in with a tie. Fuentes with the lead. Bob Garrett has the choice to make. We'll know the last batter to face the Athletics, and he struck out 3 pitches from Grant Balfour.
Two to Willingham, looking for his first hit tonight. Willingham, a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly ball to right. The fly ball to right did advance a runner from second to third. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the A's got a leadoff single from Pennington, but cannot get him home. So we're on to the 9th, tied at 3.
presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
3-3 game, top of the 9th inning. It's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and spog expert. So Michael Orts makes his 11th appearance. He's been terrific so far this year. First pitch to Cuddyer. Slider in for a strike.
You know, Michael Wirtz is happy because he last pitch Monday with the rain. He had a huge problem and could not grip the baseball, could not have very good footing. Tonight with the conditions much better. Expected to see the normal performance from the Minnesota. He's from Minnesota, so there's a lot of folks watching him pitch back in the Twin Cities.
Head of Cuddyer 1 and 2. It'll be Cuddyer, Valencia, and Ben Revere. Cuddier's 0 for 3. Hop up behind first. Barton is into foul territory. He's got it, and that's out number 1. A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Cache Creek's Heat Wave giveaway. Win cash prizes, match play, and more every day. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. So 1 out here in the top of the 9th, and it'll be Danny Valencia. Matt Capps is getting up, starting to throw. As he is the Twins' closer.
Nice to see him just stay down there for a couple of days. It's pretty good.
Take 2 days off?
Yeah. I always like to see closers of other teams take time off. It means the A's are doing well.
2-0 to Valencia, who has grounded out once, flied out twice. He's 0 for his last 10.
Dead smart pitch. 2-0. Looked like Valencia is trying to take home run, hit his 4th of the season. So the pitch away from him, he opened up. Not able to reach what looked like a perfectly thrown strike.
That's the nasty slider. 2-2.
When you think you figured out Michael Wirtz, it's when you're in real trouble. Can't figure him out. The hard slider gripping it much better tonight. Better conditions, and the ball just nosedives.
On the ground to the shortstop, Cliff Pennington. 2 outs. But don't you think, Ray, that his slider is so good, even if you knew it was coming, you probably wouldn't hit it. I mean, that's how good it is.
Well, a lot of times, and talk about guys throwing split finger fastballs or hard change-ups in the dirt, if you just take them. But there's no way you can. I mean, you say, okay, I'm going to take this, and all of a sudden it looks like it's a strike, and then it ends up being blocked or caught by the catcher in the dirt.
Two outs for Ben Revere. Revere takes that slider and it drops low. Revere singled in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. Outside corner strike in the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be Matsui, Suzuki, and Sweeney. Sweeney coming in, still on the move, and he's going to make a nice running catch. 3 up, 3 down innings, so the bullpen does their part, and Godzilla's going to lead it off. Does he have another walk-off in him? We'll see. 3-3, bottom of the 9th coming up. Bottom of the ninth, Hideki Matsui to lead it off. Perkins pitched the 8th inning. He's out there for the 9th inning. Fastball to Matsui in for a strike. Line drive, center field, Span is right there, and he's got it. 1 out.
Oh, Matsui has hit 4 balls very hard tonight. Ron Gardenhire going out to make the pitching change, but Matsui is going to be busy with the post-game interview from all the media attention that he gets.
So we're going to get a pitching change. Joe Nathan's coming in when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up, your oil change tune up and smog experts. So Joe Nathan gave up the closer's job to Capps. And not quite up to Joe Nathan's standards, of course, missing all of last year. First pitch to Kurt Suzuki, 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth, and it's a breaking ball that drops in for a strike. On deck is Ryan Sweeney. Glenn Perkins goes an inning and a third, gives up a hit. A couple of strikeouts, so he did his job. Fastball on the inside corner, 90 miles an hour, and it's 1-2. Kurt lines one down the left field line, and that's fair. Revere picks it up, and the A's have the winning run at second base with 1 out.
Well, that's a pretty good fastball. Threw a slider that hung, and Kurt Suzuki all over it with 2 strikes protecting and very quick with the swing. Look where this pitch ends up. It's supposed to be outside and stayed on the inner half of the plate, and Kurt Suzuki just reacted. Hips open, kept it fair, and a 1-out double. They're going to intentionally walk Ryan Sweeney to set up for a Mark Ellis game-winning hit. Again. They try to set up for a double play, but Mark Ellis swinging the bat well. A couple of hits tonight. Might as well finish the night with an extra.
So Ellis, and then after Ellis, it would be Kuzminov.
Well, Delaire's going back in time. In 2008, a flashback. Joe Nathan with Ryan Sweeney bunting, throw to third base, and it gets by. Here comes Bobby Crosby to score. That's Ty Waller coaching third, and Neil Brown coming all the way around to score the winner.
2-run score
on a bunt. And of course, a ball that gets away first to third here at the Coliseum. Guys can run forever. And they did. Well, that's a turn back the clock machine there for Delaire.
2 on, 1 out, and here is Ellis. Breaking ball way outside. Oh for 3 tonight for Mark Ellis. He did reach on an error and score a run in that second inning. Curveball again. So Nathan, boy, he's throwing a lot of those big overhand curves. So Ellis in the driver's seat, 2-0.
Kurt Suzuki being guarded at second base by Casilla, trying to shade him close. By doing that, opens up a huge hole to the right side. Suzuki, of course, scored a winning run Monday night on a Mark Ellis ground ball to second with 5 infielders against the Angels.
2-0 pitch is outside, 3-0. It is not Kuzminov, it's Connor Jackson who has come out. Suzuki inching off second, he's the winning run. 3-0 pitch. Fastball in first strike. Well, Mark Ellis took one. I don't think he's going to take another one. Chance to win the game.
Just try to be patient, especially if he goes back to the breaking ball. But he's missed, and Mark Ellis has taken him. He's not swung at a bad pitch from the right hand.
And strike 2 called. Ellis flips the bat back. He thought it was outside. It's a full count.
Ted Barrett on the call, the outside fastball, and we have our Tommy Cam. Let's take a look, and that's a little bit outside, Ted. So Mark knew what he was doing. Pitch was off the plate by a good ball, good baseball.
Suzuki and Sweeney with their leads. 3-2 pitch, curveball, strike 3 called on the inside corner. So Mark Ellis did not like either of those calls. One was on the outside, one was on the inside.
Your attention, please.
And a hitter's complaint is usually you can give the pitcher one side of the plate, but not both.
There's a backup curveball, so Nathan went with the curveball, and Butera reached inside, and sometimes a backup curveball, the hitter sees the spin. I think it's going to be a curveball away, but it did back up, and back-to-back calls going the Twins' way.
So it's the pinch hitter, Connor Jackson trying to win it. First pitch to Jackson, breaking ball down. 1 for 5 as a pinch hitter this year, Jackson. Outfielders maybe take a step or two in, have a play at the plate.
Suzuki can get a huge jump off second, so ball at the outfield should not be a problem scoring. See, that's the same pitch he called on Mark Ellis.
But Jackson now ahead in the count, 2-0. Nathan the look, and the 2-0 pitch to Jackson, and it's on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1.
Four-seam fastball's at 90. That's a two-seamer. It's at 87. Again, a perfectly thrown pitch. Maybe not the location he wanted initially, but it's working out well for him.
Bounced over the mound right toward the second baseman Casilla, who steps on the bag, and Nathan gets out of the jam. A strand of pair. Extra innings from the Coliseum. We're tied at 3.
School supply donation with $5 or more to Friday home games, and you're getting 2-for-1 field level ticket voucher. The Wells Fargo and Oakland A School Supply Drive at every Friday home game this season through mid-September, teaming up to make a difference.
Extra innings for the Athletics. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Brian Fuentes, the lefty, comes in.
Well, he'd like to continue what the two relievers and Brandon McCarthy did. McCarthy retired 3 straight in the 6th, 3 straight in the 7th, and then 3 by Balfour and 3 by Wirtz in the 8th and 9th. That was after leadoff single in the 6th by Morneau, but relievers have done an excellent job. Brian Fuentes, no save on the line, so he comes in to try to do the same.
Delman Young is going to pinch hit for Drew Butera here, leading off the 10th. The A's are 5-4 in extra inning games this year. The Twins are 2-3. Andy LaRoche, who takes over for Kuzminoff at third. Changeup floats outside to Young. Casilla, a switch hitter in the on-deck circle, and then Denard Span the top of the order. 2-0 pitch is drilled to right center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Young makes the turn and he'll stop. So leadoff hit.
Now, big no doubles defense by the Athletics, and David DeJesus able to cut this ball off. He wouldn't have been able to catch it in normal position. Delmon Young, always a threat, as aggressive as he is. And now a threat of a sacrifice to the speed of the guy he's going to be trying to sacrifice.
Bunted in the air. Barton plays it on a hop. He throws to second. He throws high, and he throws it into center field. Everybody's going to move up. Everybody's going to be safe. And a big mistake by the Athletics.
Well, it's the right play, just the bad throw. Because with the ball in the air, came close to being caught by Derek Barton. At that point, it froze Delmon Young. There's the freeze, and Derek Barton caught it one hop. Plenty of time, but maybe, and you could see Brian Fuentes going to the ground in front of him. Maybe that was just enough to distract him and having to throw over him right there. And I think that's exactly what happened. Altered his throw. Great camera work to show Brian Fuentes in front of him. Both guys going for the ball.
So second and third and nobody out. And here's the top of the order, Denard Span. Span slaps one just foul, so it's a fielder's choice. E3.
That's determination of the official score that the out would have been recorded at second base, even though the bunt attempt by Casilla. So close to being the ball that was caught and no advancement at all. And all of a sudden, two guys in scoring position.
MAC infield all the way in. Swing and a miss by Span, and it's 0-2. On deck is Trevor Plouffe. Plouffe is a right-handed hitter.
Span just trying to make contact, and with the infield in, that's all he really needs to do. Strikeout would be very, very big for the A's.
Young and Casilla, both good speed. Now Fuentes is ready. Span chops it to Barton, and that's not going to get it done as Barton turns around, steps on the bag, and out number one.
Well, you really want to make a gutsy call. You intentionally walk this guy to bring up the lefty, Kubel, and try to get another double play. This is a big out. Infield in, no contact. Span looking back, but with nobody out. Delmon Young's not going to move on contact. Kubel, big double play ground ball against Brandon McCarthy in the fifth inning. First and third, one out. And Taylor made 4-6-3. This young man who's made a bad throw, which accounted for 200 runs for the Athletics. So Carl Pavano with Kubel. Situation here, you say, well, if pitching carefully, if you walk in, it does set up a possibility of a double play. Plouffe has swung the bat well tonight.
So they're going to go after him. First pitch, swing and a miss. 72 miles an hour.
Keep throwing. Keep throwing it with the same fastball delivery. Pull the string. You see the circle change. The grip in Fuentes' hand as he released the ball.
right field. DeJesus settles under it. Young tags. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's cut off, and the run comes in to score, and the Twins take a 4-3 lead. Casilla tagged up and went to third. Sometimes you're thinking, well, why would he tag and go to third? But he's probably trying to draw the baseball away from home plate, right?
Yep. And it was another changeup, but this one up a little bit. And he knew the throw was going to the plate, so yes, he could draw the throw, but more than anything, he was going to just try to go to third, figuring the throw would be going to the plate, and they'd have another runner at third, a little bit closer.
So the Twins grab the lead here in the 10th. Casilla now at third. Plouffe gets his third RBI in the game.
Formula he would like to make an error, allow 2 unearned runs to score, and then drive in 3. But give him credit for bouncing back after making a big error. It doesn't help the A's, who basically could be out of this inning.
Early double in this game for Kubel. He scored on a Morneau single. Little pop-up for Pennington out on the grass. He's got it, side retired, but a run on a hit and an error by the Athletics. 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 10th.
Game. It is not a positive play. Matter of fact, a negative one. Looked like the A's are going to be able to maybe get a double play, at least the lead runner at second. But as Derek Barton threw, like Brian Fuentes right in front of him, trying to get down quickly enough. Right there, maybe Derek altered his throw to avoid throwing it into the back and maybe the back of the head of Brian Fuentes, and airmailed Cliff Pennington, with Young going to second, then advancing to third with Casilla, who bunted at second base. So aggressive play by Derek Barton. But I think in watching that, if he throws down like he wanted to, I don't know that he had done anything maybe except hit Brian Fuentes in the back.
When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts, as the closer Matt Capps comes in. And the new catcher is Rene Rivera. So Pennington to lead it off. First pitch from Capps, down around the knees for a strike. So the A's looking for magic again here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Quick 0-2 to Pennington, who is 1 for 3 in the game. DeJesus in the on-deck circle, and then Derek Barton. Bottom of the 10th inning. Fastball is high, 92 miles an hour. Capps coming over in a trade last year. Helped that Twins bullpen.
John Roush was a closer for a while, and great usage out of him before trading for Capps. Capps, the setup guy for Joe Nathan, who was given the job back after returning from the disabled list, missing all last year. And now Capps has turned out to be a great acquisition because he is back in the closer role.
So he makes the All-Star team with the Nationals last year. And as I look, he was the winning pitcher in the All-Star game. And then he gets traded over to the American League and the Minnesota Twins.
And wouldn't that have been something? The Twins go to the World Series and they lose home field advantage because the closer wins the game in the National League. Brian McCann hit the game winner.
One-two pitch to Pennington. It's popped up toward the shortstop, Plouffe. And that's out number one. Well, make sure you join us tomorrow. We got day baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California. 12:30. Nick Blackburn squares off against Tyson Ross right here at the Coliseum. Complete A's coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. Home of the A's is Comcast Sportsnet California. So a day game tomorrow, and that will wrap up the homestand. So the A's need a base runner is to get the winning run to the plate. De Jesus, shallow center field, Span coming in, and he's got it, 2 outs. Well, I'm going to say, Ray, that the A's got him right where they want him after a couple nights ago.
Now batting, first baseman, number 10.
2 outs, nobody on, down by 1. Barton has to get on base. Barton has a double tonight. He's 1 for 4. Scored a run in the 6th. He scored on Matsui's base hit. First pitch right on the outside corner for a strike. On 1 to Barton. Good swing there by Barton. Fouls it straight back, but now he's behind in the count 0-2.
The A's over 2 games over 500, looking to try to go to 3 and get in that uncharted territory with 3 games over 500, but they're going to have to do it with down to the last strike.
Fastball just missed inside, so the count 1-2.
Tommy Cam, what does it show? Same as Mark Ellis. Phillies watching. It's a chance to look at it. Pretty close pitches, but unfortunately, Mark Ellis last inning didn't go his way.
Big point in the ball game. In the dirt, and now the count is even, 2-2. Barton just trying to do anything to get on base and give a guy who's got good power, Willingham, a chance to hit. Capps is ready, and here is the 2-2 pitch. Low, 3-2. You never know.
Change up, two-seamer that Eric Barton just, again, very patient.
roll foul, 94 miles an hour.
With the two-seamer, or at least a fastball to the outside part of the plate, and Derek trying to pull the pitch, which indicate maybe trying to be aggressive and try to tie the game with one swing. It'd be a perfect time for him to hit his first home run of the season.
He almost got one earlier.
Yep.
Hit one off nearly the top of the wall. That was that double in the 6th inning. Another 3-2 to Barton. And another foul ball. This one down the left field line. These guys have been here all night, hanging around, looking for a late rally. Caps again. Now there's timeout call. They want to be on the same page. I guess if you ever wanted to be on the same page,
Yeah.
this would be the time.
Twins doing the same thing with their outfield. No doubles defense. So, left field, Revere not playing as deep, but center span, and Cuddyer in right field very deep. If Barton goes opposite field, may not hit it over the head of the left fielder Revere.
3-2 pitch, right field and deep. Going back is Cuddyer at the wall. He's got it, and that's the ball game. Wow.
Wow is right. Just maybe the heavy air, very, very heavy, and could not get it deep enough for the great swing by Derek Barton.
So 10 innings, the Twins win it by a final score of 4-3. Nathan gets the win. Caps gets the save. Fuentes takes the loss. So the A's drop back down to 22-21. The final game of the series, final game of the homestand tomorrow. It'll be a day game. So how close did Barton come? Was it off the end of the bat?
Well, it sounded great. No, it's actually a very good swing, but I just think more than anything, both balls that he hit tonight, a bit of an uppercut swing, but the heavy air this time of night might have kept the ball exactly where the Twins had hoped, and that was in the park.
So the Minnesota Twins team that has really just struggled all year long, worst record in all of baseball, a team that has some pretty good players on it, and they come to the Coliseum, win it 4-3. There was opportunities for the A's, as there usually is, Ray, in a game where you lose 4-3 in extra innings. The A's had a leadoff man a couple times in the 6th inning, 7th inning, and could not get that run across.
You know, coming off the last two, I thought when the error was made, Kevin Kuzminoff came up, drove in 2 runs. Good sign for the A's taking advantage of a mistake. And even though the unearned runs were there for Pavano's record, but still the A's did score, but then came right back. And, you know, Brandon McCarthy's done an excellent job. He allowed just the 3 runs, kept the ball club in the game. And unfortunately, the club could not take advantage and get the hits they got last night. I mean, that was fun last night to see all the hits and all the runs scored. But tonight, they just ran up against a different ball club and pretty good pitching, and maybe play with a little emotion because of the death of Harmon Killebrew. They know Friday they're going to be at a funeral in Phoenix, but they won last night in Seattle after they learned the passing of their good friend and longtime twin, and then came back tonight and won again. And so you really can never count out anybody at the major league level, especially a team like the Minnesota Twins. They don't have Mauer in there. They don't have who else is missing?
Jim
Thome's not in there, but still a very good hustling ball club, especially with the speed.
And you know what, Ray? We talked about their shortstop Plouffe making the error early in the game. Now, it was a costly error, but it seems like when you make an error later in the game, like Derek Barton's error, it was a costly mistake. Yeah. You know, there's no time to make up for it, not as just as a player, but as the whole team. And boy, you make errors late in the game, especially in extra innings, and it usually comes back and bites you.
Well, and again, there's the play, and I think when we talk to Derek Barton, we'll find out that when he saw Brian Fuentes in front of him as Fuentes was going over, and maybe at that point when he was in front of Derek, did not see exactly how the play was developing, and maybe he thought the throw was going to first, but Derek Barton clearly had, with his arm, a shot to get Young at second base, and maybe because he had Altra's throw up over Fuentes that unfortunately went into left field. But those are the little things that happen, and great point that you make about making an error late in the ball game. You just don't have time to recover, and it cost the A's the 10th inning.
A's could not recover tonight. Twins win it in 10 innings. The final score, Twins 4 and the Athletics 3. Well, that's going to do it from up here. Don't go away. A's Post Game Live with Mindy Bob.